Saturday sporting salutations, true believers, on this ultimately blustery but successful day of district championship softball. We start in Class 2, District 5, Monroe City clearly loose for the showdown with Palmyra, and Riley Quinn in a jam in the top of the first. She is jammed no longer thanks to the strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play. A lot of strike 'em out today from Riley Quinn, who kept the Palmyra bats largely silent. Meanwhile, she was staked to a big lead early in this one thanks to the second home run of the day, again to right field by Carly Youngblood. What a day for her. It's 5-0 at this point. Quinn pitching comfortably. She had 10 strikeouts on the day. Palmyra finally breaks through. It's Kendra King with a solo home run into the golf string to cut that lead down to 5-1. But you know what? Monroe City is going to look back to the Powerball in this one, and courtesy of Bailey Hayes, who's going to leave the yard. Ultimately, Monroe City blows this thing wide open and wins 11-3 to punch its second straight district crown. And for the Panthers, it will be a very tough showdown in the state quarterfinals, as they will trek after this 11-3 victory to once beaten Marceline on Wednesday to see if they can punch their ticket to the Final Four. Class 3 District 2 finale action from Montgomery City, where Bowling Green made short work of Winfield in the win today, and the heart of that Bobcat order on prominent display. Bottom of the first, Grace Dameron. She sneaks this homer just inside the pesky pole, the first of 2 round trippers for the All-State catcher today. Meanwhile, her battery mate, Tanner Turner, doing work in the circle with a dozen strikeouts and just 2 runs allowed. Later, it's Jade Meyer, the 2-run blast in the bottom of the third to extend the lead at that point to 5-1, and Bowling Green would never look back in this game. Somebody secure that flagman's hamstring. Make sure he's okay for football next week. All Bowling Green, the 9-2 victory, very impressive today for Jade Meyer and company, and Bowling Green will host in the state quarterfinals coming up on Wednesday against Perryville. Class 1 District 9 championship action now. Canton with the Alumni Association watching, trying to take down Scotland County, already up 6-1 in this game thanks to a 2-run Tegan Burbridge home run. Burbridge starting things back up in the 6th with yet another hit in this one. Abby Jarvis follows suit and follows the lead, putting 2 runners in scoring position. It's 7-1. Hannah Reefer about to make it 8-1, going right back up the middle for another RBI rip. Emma Holtz about to add 2 more runs to the cause as well. She also had a home run in the 9 spot today. It's 10-1 at this point, but give the Scotland County Tigers credit. Hannah Feeney with a home run here in the top of the 7th. They never quit trying to come back in this ball game, but Canton just too strong. Abby Jarvis going to shut the door as Canton's quest to get back to state continues with a 10-2 victory today to do that district championship hoist thing yet again. The Canton Lady Tigers are moving on, and they too will be on the road coming up on Wednesday in state sectional play. Remember, Class 1 action has an extra step this year. Canton will be taking on La Plata at La Plata coming up on Wednesday. As promised now, Palmyra Week 8 football action, neutral site at Chillicothe against Summit Christian Academy. Nothing at all neutral today about Colin Arch's play. Fantastic, roaring up into the backfield for the tackle for loss, but Colin is not done on the very next play. He's Johnny on the spot. Pick 6 interception, 55 yards, and Palmyra's 14-7 lead at that point grows to 20-7 as the 2-point conversion fails. The defense continued to be absolutely beastly in the first half. Braden Madden into the backfield, tackle for loss, which set a very spicy tone, and one that would be picked up upon by his defensive line mates, including the All-Stater Weston King, who looks good doing what he does right here. Tackle for loss for Big Weston. Abe Hare working from the defensive end position and showing you his pursuit skills, coming up with a big-time tackle for loss as well at that particular point. And later, with SCA trying more, Weston King is there again for another tackle for loss. Wasn't working much better for SCA through the air either. This time, the interception would belong to Zane Myers. It looked like Palmyra was going to get out of the first half with a 20-7 lead. Unfortunately for Palmyra, though, some of that momentum would go away in a hurry. 20 seconds left in the half, and check this out. It would be this guy, Lane Eccles, outstanding running back, breaking numerous tackles and going 80 yards to cut the Palmyra lead to 20-15 to end the first half. Things were not much better for Palmyra to start the third quarter. It is the combination of the Spruce brothers. This is Grayson to Lincoln for a huge touchdown hookup, which gives SCA its first lead of the game at 22-20, but Palmyra was having no more of this. The defense about to get nasty, and yes, again, it's Weston King, quarterback sack at that point. The big offensive turning point, the linchpin in this one, the tentpole, if you will, Hayes Miller doing what Hayes Miller does. Had over 190 yards rushing, including an 80-yarder in the first half. This touchdown was nifty, gave Palmyra back the lead. He'd also make his contributions known in the passing game as well, as Brody Lembauer is going to find Hayes Miller wide open, and Hayes is going to do the rest into the end zone. Palmyra hangs on in a dandy today to stay undefeated, 42-35. Up next, Week 9 regular season finale is as good as it gets for the Panthers back home in the new stadium against undefeated Centralia for all the Clarence Cannon Conference Championship marbles. In sectional semifinal tennis at Reservoir Park, UND's Jamie Steinkamp here, serving up an ace to the top seed, Agnes Cross of SHG. Steinkamp would fight her hard this morning, only to lose this match, but would rally back and beat Griffin's Samara Elamine 6-2-6-0 to claim third place on the tournament. Meanwhile, Leah Quintero here with the shot of the morning as she somehow tracks down Elamine's crossing shot and gets enough power on it to do this. That kind of morning for Quintero, who was absolutely dominant in this match, going to serve up an ace here at her expense. Quintero would go on to the finals against Cross, but would lose a heartbreaker 7-5, 6-2 to finish second on the day. Finally tonight, cross-country action at Bowling Green today, EMO Conference Championship meet, and for the 20th time in 21 years, Matt Chance's Powerhouse Boys Club is your conference champion, winning today behind strong efforts from Colton Hearn, who finished third individually in a time of 17:51, Benjamin Chance, and also Trenton Griffith, who were in the top 6 as well. The Bowling Green girls, meanwhile, with a third place finish on the day. They were led individually by Rachel Klott, who finished 7th overall in a time of 22:18:54. With your look at Saturday sports, I'm Sports Director Chris Dewar.